Good evening and welcome to Speak Up Club, Saturday night number 90. We are into the 90s now, and after last week's session, Clap, an inspiration series about how can we build an attitude of appreciation and build joy in our life by the mere simple act of appreciating the ones that we're surrounded with and also appreciating who we are. So today's session is a continuation of that, wherein we have invited or requested people to invite their special people in their life for whom they're grateful for their presence, for what they make their life, or merely with the idea that they are doing something special and you'd like to bring to this platform those people who can share their story. With that, let me invite the first person who would like to begin with sharing their star today in the meeting. Who's going to come up first? Or if anyone would just like to start with your idea of how was the last 1 week and what has been your experience over this past week from what you have learned in the last session. So we have Tanvi over here. We have Priti Deepa, who's been invited by, is it Akanksha?
Yes, sir, me. I've invited both of them.
Wonderful. So we have any other invites? I see someone by the name Sheetal, but I'm not sure she's connected her audio and I'm not sure who's invited her. So until we get the connect with Sheetal, Akanksha, if you are ready, you can go first, or
yes,
you can go first.
So, is that the only option I have, sir? No?
Yes, that's the option that you have. And I would request Tanvi and Priti Deepa to please switch on your videos if it's possible. You are the stars. You are someone who means a lot to Akanksha, I believe, and that's the reason she's invited you. I'm not sure if she has revealed of why you're here, but because you're here, here's Akanksha for you.
Hello, everyone. So I invited two people, as Rahul sir has already told you all, more like two stars in my life, I must say. Both of them who are kind of like my sisters, but actually they're my friends. So you get the point of how close we really are. So here's Tanvi, and we've been in the same class for 10 years now. So we both know each other for a really long time. And then there's Priti. She's someone who I have met online 4 months ago or something. And trust me, online friends are really awesome. Do start trusting online friendships, I must say. So I'll begin with Tanvi first. Tanvi has played a major role in my survival throughout the lockdown and especially after it. Because we mainly grown close in the lockdown, during the lockdown, through technology. You get why I respect technology so much always. I don't even really know where to begin since we did actually end up meaning so much to each other now. And believe me when I say the start wasn't so great. But also let me add, the journey is great. Tanvi is one of the strongest people I've ever seen. Enduring so much. She did go through a lot and she still is, especially with her issues with her mental health and things. She just manages all of them. And sometimes I just don't know how she can do it because I've never been good with managing things. And she being so good at it makes me question myself about how can she actually do that? And how can she bear so much being so small, little? And both of us did go through things together too. And she has always been there by my side, no matter what. So I really am grateful to her for that, being there always. And coming to the appreciation part, I think balancing both your mental health, which isn't what you might call as good, and also the academic things, 10th grade, you do know how scary it is. It isn't really easy. And she is doing all that pretty well. She did score amazing in her exams. I special mention, I guess. And well, she's good at so many things, editing, photography, cheering people up. And well, the list is just too huge. She's splendid at poetry too. And I do find her writings inspiring because they're just so beautiful that as soon as you read them, you start feeling so many things. I think Tanvi is just so inspiring and so lovable. And most importantly, she's quite patient with me. I can say so much about Tanvi. because she really is so much to me. She does mean a lot. But for now, I'll stop here and save the rest for later, her birthday, whenever I can, or any of our midnight conversations, as I like to call it. We do have a lot of them and we absolutely love it. Major respect and huge thanks to Tanvi. And now coming to Prithvi. It hasn't been any longer than 4 months since I know we October or something. Yes. And it is just so beautiful knowing her. She is literally so amazing and so perfect, I must say, because she just does everything so well. She's more like an elder sister to me at this point, motivating me, having, texting each other all day, actually having a lot of fun together. So, yes. And she had a lot of not really good experiences in her past, but she still is there, making so many people smile every single day. And isn't that just so awesome? I'm actually referring and using a meme at this point I made on her to list all the things she's good at: singing, studying, editing, both videos and pictures, drawing, and most importantly, motivating people to do what they love, encouraging what they do, and just appreciating everyone whenever she can. She is just one of the most active people on Instagram and her editing page. She just comments on every single post she can find and drops in such good things that actually make the editor or whoever is posting feel so good. And it is just, and also her writing skills. Dee wrote stories and poems, and she's excellent at both of them. She sends me some at midnight, and so indulged in it. It just makes you feel so many stuff in the middle of the night. You do know at night you feel a lot more than it actually is. So I think it's just so beautiful. And her songs, she sends me some of them on Instagram, her own audio recording at that point, right just then. And it just, the vibrations, they just go through your entire whole body, they fill your soul, or whatever you might want to call it. I can just go on and on about her songs, poems, and stories. And despite doing so much, she's a topper. She's just studies so well all day. She doesn't sleep properly, eat properly, but does everything. I really don't get how she manages everything, and especially her studies so well. Maintaining that balance is something that I respect and really do appreciate in thee, especially because I personally can't do that well. As I always say, managing and balancing is a very hard task for me, and doing that, I definitely respect people. And obviously, her patience with me again deserves a very, very special mention. My extremely lame jokes, my random hit cannons about our favorite show, or even Greek myths and science talks. We do have science talks too. She deals with this, all of them. And she's just so perfect and so amazing. I just appreciate thee so much, and I really do admire her a lot. And now coming to the person I could not invite, Rahul sir, obviously. I can't really invite someone to their own meetings now, can I? I am going to do it.
No, we'll have it later. We'll have it later. Let others also have a chance, and then we can come back. So we
Yes,
we can have a little more of that later. Okay.
Sure.
So thank you. The people who have been invited here, Briti Deepa, and she's gone already. No, she's there. Tanvi, thank you for being the star in Akanksha's life, and we are grateful for who you are and what you do, and more importantly, for how beautifully Akanksha expresses her gratitude to both of you. Now, when I think of expressing my gratitude, I believe I'll stop at 10% of what Akanksha has said. But that's who we become as we grow up. And I would want each one of you all to reflect on this last 1 week, the exercise that we were thinking of as the last 1 week. How well did we do, and how much did we do, and how much impact it made? I want each one of you all to think, if you were right now Tanvi or Pritideepa, how would you feel? Let's get going with others and the stories people have to share. Who's coming up next? We have Anyone, or I go to my rescue saver as always? Uma ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, I have invited a few people, but I don't know whether they are going to join. So my, what do you say? My star, like Akanksha said, is Rahul sir here, who has inspired all of us, and kudos to him that we are all blossoming under his umbrella, I should say. So he, though young at age, he has inspired all of us to grow and learn. And the sessions which he conducts, every session makes us come back with some takeaways every time. And my star at home is my husband. And because of him, I'm able to take part in all these sessions. Maybe he'll appear after some time. So he's my backbone. He has supported me always. And during many of my webinars or Toastmaster sessions or classes, I run in between and go and cook and then come and do all this. So cooking is only part-time for me. And my main job is taking care of all these webinar sessions. Whatever I attend, he gives me a free hand. So behind every successful woman, there is a man. And thanks to my husband for that. So hope some more of my friends will join. That's it for now. Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Uma ma'am.
even Madhu, Lakshmi Narayan, they are also my good friends and students too. And thanks to them also. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma ma'am. Thank you. Now, the important question that I want each one of you all to also address while you share is, the idea is not about gratitude today. The idea is about the expression of that gratitude. So look at how you are actually expressing that gratitude, not just feeling grateful for the people around you. So I want each one of you all to reflect and share ideas or thoughts where you are expressed, you have changed, you have tried. What is the limitation? What is the good thing? What is the benefit? I'm looking at those stories rather than just telling, I'm thankful to him or I'm thankful to them. So please focus on that, because the idea is not about, it's not an open mic on gratitude. It's about how we can build that expression of gratitude. So who's coming up next? Madhu.
Yeah, to be very frank, unfortunately I haven't invited anyone, but because I haven't seen also. Later I have seen that all the things. But as you mentioned, right? If I say that, it's not like my classmates or my colleagues or something like that. Maybe different age group also. Like always some people, if you see in our life, never forget the way they contributed in our life. Maybe that would be like early stages of career, or maybe current position or anywhere. So in such a way that I never forgot in my life. One thing, obviously everyone will say that my parents and all those things, but I always love to say, before me always my mother will be there. Because why I should mention that means, in my childhood also, I mean, due to so many issues and all the in the family and all those things, always my mother wanted to me to something achieve, and to prove myself and to prove everyone also, you are not nothing, you are also something. Like that, every stage in my life, she's always there. But other than my mother, I have to say, one of my first kind of a CEO or manager, whatever is my my mentor kind of thing. His name is Mr. Rajneesh Domalpalli. Actually, he's an NRI, and there, why I felt like my entire life, even now I will say to everyone, my entire life I should say my gratitude. Whatever, it's a gratitude is a very small word, because persons, whenever you are there, you don't know what you are at least earlier stages of your career or whatever. That time he noticed me and he identified me. I am something. And like he noticed, and I can say that he pulled all the qualities or potential whatever skills I have, till then I don't know. I can capable of those things. I surprised that, okay, I am able to do this also, this also, this also. And I got so many appreciations because of him in that, in all those things. But not that thing I remember in my entire life. That, as I mentioned, from then my confidence on me, I can do something. That confidence and all those things. And not only, about the career and all those things. How he behaves, almost those reflections are there in me also. Like, the way to treat the people, respect. And whenever opposite person is trying to, like arguing, whatever he wanted to say, but who you are, be like that. So many things I learned from him. So I never forget in my life. And right now I'm here because of my mother. And I can say, he's the one person pulled me. Suppose if I'm in the somewhere in the well, but he said, no, this is not your place. You are no more capable of that. So I think I mean, whenever I get a chance, definitely, I express about this. So that's one person I always remember in my life.
Thank you.
Because that made me to help others also. The same thing I remember now in the earlier stages of, so many people are joining in my company. Every person's I'm trying to help them indirectly the same way how he helped. I'm trying to appreciating them, even small achievement, very small achievement also. But that giving me a lot, giving them a lot of confidence to do more. That's, even as you mentioned, what is you have noticed in the last 1 week. Actually, I'm giving some training to the new hires in my company. And I've seen that this appreciation, generally I'll do it, but I mean, every day, after every day class, I used to do this little more and all those things. After that, maybe 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock also, no, sir, because of you, I have did this. And next time I'll do like that. And surprisingly, next day, whatever exam I conducted, surprisingly, they scored from 60 to 98% increase. I mean, just I'm giving one example. That's, it's not like everything. But yes, definitely that will be there. And that impact, I think at least one person life we have to do. That, that really great. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu, for those wonderful things. What I take away from that is wonderful. The last thing which you mentioned, you are being blessed. Somewhere someone trusted you, believed in you, uplifted you. And what you're doing today is the same thing. You are, like you mentioned, just a few kind words, a few words of appreciation to someone can really make a big difference in what just Madhu mentioned, moving and seeing the change in the results, surely with the idea or with the thought that I am appreciated. That has a superpower in the way in which it can impact people. Thank you, Madhu, for that. Who's coming up next? I see a few new faces over here. Welcome, Vinita, where you're joining us from and who's invited you today.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Vinita Goel from Nepal, and I'm the charter president of Chapa Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Uma invited me, and I can already feel a lot of good vibes in the room. Thank you, Toastmaster Uma, for inviting me.
Yeah, Uma, I'll come back to you in a bit, and as we have a few more people sharing their ideas. Who's coming up next? Dinesha.
Thank you, Rahul sir.
Again, just a minute, Dinesha. I would reiterate again, what is it and how is it that you are building this culture or the idea of appreciation? I want to focus on that rather than mention whom or who's the important person or whom you have gratitude for. But the idea is, how do you express your gratitude? Because that is something that everyone can learn from if they're not doing it in that fashion. So please focus your sharing more on the art of expression. Over to you, Dinesha.
The 1 week after that laptop session, the one thing which I learned earlier, whenever I get a WhatsApp message, I used to neglect. Now the changes what I see, I'll see that what is behind their message, whether it is official or personal. Number one, in that day, what I can add value in that, replying to that message. I will not leave any message. I will reply in such a way so that they will feel. That is the one thing I can able to observe. The second thing, on even weekly basis or daily basis, I used to call my parents or even relative friends with purpose. If I have something work need to be get from them, I used to call. Now without purpose, I made a habit of daily 2 people, friends or relative. I casually call without any purpose or intention. We started discussing like, they will call you, they will ask you like, why you called? I tell, I don't have any intention. I had a free time. I remembered you. Now I am discussing with you. Tell me how the things are. That is the one thing. That is second thing. The third thing, in profession, we have a professional group. I am working for one gold company. There are people who do some business. They will put their photos and all in the group. Instead of saying only thank you, that I good job, I have come up with an innovative way of appreciating them. Not only the same word I will not use. That is a mindset I prepared. I'll think like what effort they have put to bring that business or support the particular customer. I'll put in their shoe and I'll start appreciating them. So most of the time, instead of WhatsApp message, I'll take up the phone and call them. Thank you for doing that business, bringing that business, or supporting that particular customer. That is the value he added. These are the three changes as came in my life from the past 1 week. And finally, when it comes to the star in my life, I want to take Praveen Vadalkar. Is a public speaking initiator in the virtual media. I take him as a star. He mentioned only one thing. Everybody in the middle of their life. For example, I'll always in the middle. There are people in below you. They are looking at me to learn something, to reach the level where I reach. There are people above you. I will be looking them to reach there. That is what life. If you go to any stage, we will be in the middle. That's whatever I learned, whatever I started contributing to the people who are surrounded me, and I started learning like you, Rahul sir, Uma madam, those who are senior, those who have wisdom, experience, seniors. That's what the life is going on. Yes, sir. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Dinesha. Especially I love the idea where you said, pick up that call without a purpose. That's a wonderful change, I would say, because that's something which I'm sure even the one who have received the call would be still thinking even now. Why did he call? After 1 week, he's going to ask me a hand loan or something. कुछ तो आने वाला है. ऐसे कौन फोन करता है? कुछ तो होगा, कुछ तो आने वाला है. Wonderful, thank you. But I believe that's where we have to initiate a cycle where it isn't purpose driven or having an ulterior motive, and that's where we can genuinely feel gratitude and express it to the people who matter. He said he used to call in the past with a purpose, but when it's without a purpose, it can be genuinely felt by the receiver that I matter to this person. Thank you, Dinesha, for that wonderful lesson. Who's coming up next? Dr. Rashmi. Yes,
Yes.
Vinita, I'm coming back next to you. Yes, Rashmi, go ahead. After that, Rabia.
Yeah, very, very good topic, Rahul. Thank you very much. Actually, I feel how you should receive appreciation from others also, that is also more important. For yourself, you should appreciate first, and then you deserve that, whatever, because sometimes you get award or something and you said, oh, I don't deserve this, but I got it. So that's it. That is not good, you should appreciate. So when you appreciate yourself, then you will elevate your energy and you start appreciate others also. You are looking good thing or happy thing others also. So appreciation for yourself also more important. And of course, whatever opportunities come across you, because you deserve that, and you should know how to grab that opportunity. That is also one way appreciation. Otherwise, if you deny that opportunity, then you will not get that benefits or that opportunity again. So appreciation yourself first, that is more important, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we are so lucky. We are so, I'm appreciate here for Rahul. He is getting great job, giving such a great thoughts every day. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmi. Like you mentioned, embrace the appreciation that comes to you. Thank you for that. But let me again tell you this one simple thing. I am with you for 1 week in a day. And we're talking of a week which is lasting over 150 hours or something. So imagine the power that you can have or the people around you have They are far, far more significant than just someone sitting behind a laptop in front of a camera and talking to you and sharing these things with you. So there's a different world altogether. Thank you still. I'll move to Rabia and then to Vinita. Rabia, again, please let me reiterate this thing. Focus on the art of expression and lesser on whom you feel gratitude. Do share. I don't have a problem in that. Go ahead, Rabia.
In my thoughts, appreciation is something when you feel yourself gratitude and you have a gratitude for someone, the way someone reflects you, your mind and thought, the way you have a feeling, a kind of something which has brought a change in your life, someone whom you got inspired by. And that is what whom I can say I'm inspired by. Any person could be a specific one also. A few of them are there in my life who has brought a drastic change, I can say, in my life. So the thought of negativity which I had earlier, it has overcome with the positivity, with the way they have dealt with the situations and the way they have molded my mind, my thoughts and everything. So it's, I can say that those moments which I have spent with, I hope you understand that those moments which I spent specifically, and I can say particularly, I can mention that those are my Saturdays where I express my thoughts and I just get a channel to whatever I have bottled up in my mind and thought to just blow off and then feel myself light with. So that is these moments I can appreciate. These are the best moments of my life, which making me to live life in a beautiful way. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabia. I would like to pause a minute over here. For the people who have been with us in this journey for a long period of time, if you can recollect, we are often wary of how people will judge us when we appreciate someone. But the beauty of Rabia over here is, look at how inhabitantly she has not put any filters or thoughts or stopping herself from appreciating the impact and how we are all connected. If you want to just check out the recordings of the past where the entire expression of gratitude hasn't been filtered, hasn't been stopped, because what will others think? How often does this thought come into you while you're appreciating this very idea that I'm not sure how I'm going to be judged, and not just for the person, not just for the person who's being appreciated, but by the people that you're surrounded with. That is something that you need to let go of, because that curtails our expression and limits it. I'm not saying do it in the public. All I'm saying is wherever you're doing it, do not let or kind of temper down the wordings or what you feel genuinely for someone. Let that go. There's a far more deeper impact that will be created when the expression is natural and is what it is. Let's move on to the next person. Vinita, you wanted to share something?
The topic that we are discussing today is extremely worth appreciating. I would start with saying this. And the feeling of appreciation is, I feel, the greatest emotional need of every human being, isn't it? I'm sure you all will agree with this. And what has worked for me is that I believe, although personal appreciations have their own kind of magic, still, if appreciations are done in public, if appreciations are immediate, if appreciations are honest, and if every time when we appreciate, we give a personal touch by the way we use our words, then that appreciation will last for a lifetime for the person we appreciate. So I do this as the president of my club always. Our meeting ends at 7:30 in the evening on Wednesdays. Then I go on till 10, I think, appreciating people, the winners and especially the non-winners, the role takers. So I send them texts personally as far as possible, and I try not to miss out anybody's achievements wherever they make. And even in my personal life, I have a little daughter, she's 8 years old, and I don't push her into a lot of classes. Even if she does very average, below average in her dancing class or contest, we go out and party with her like anything. So I feel, and for my own personal experience in Toastmasters, I feel like it's been just 1 year journey in Toastmasters for me, but I feel like it's my birthday every single day, because someone or the other sends me a text randomly from anywhere around the world for something or the other that I'm doing. So why not? I should also take this lead and spread appreciation and love into the world. And I learned this 4 words in our training, that appreciation should be immediate, public, honest, and with personal touch. So this is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinita. Okay, just in case there's some confusion, but Speak Up Club is not a Toastmaster club. Just to mention, it's an initiative by Living Life wherein we run these open Saturday nights, wherein it's all about perspectives, not less to do with public speaking and more about perspectives. That is what we do. Every Saturday night we meet here on some or the other idea, on some other life skills topic, which is generic in nature, and everyone, right from a 10-year-old to a 70-year-old, can benefit from the kind of perspectives that are brought onto the table over here. I'm the host for these sessions, but the idea and the way this club has been built is with the contributions from each one that you see here and many more people who are not a part of this screen today yet. So thank you for that. Who's coming up next?
Yeah.
Yes, Lakshmi.
Yeah, audible, right? Yeah. First of all, I have to my gratitude towards this Uma madam. First of all, actually, I like this platform. I'm looking 1.5 year, 2 years. After that only I got. Second one is yours. Reason how that actually whatever the platform we are getting, okay, we'll get. Nowadays the webinar and everything is there, but that the interest should be there or continuation, right? It Saturday means some schedule is there also. I will postpone. Okay, 9 o'clock should be there. Reason will surely some takeaway will be there. So like this the both next to third thing, my friend is there. My friend Lokeshwaran, he is called. So he is he is supposed to report me like that usually before. So later what will write some work I have to do. I no need to worry. Suppose I need to go tomorrow some marriage. He's in Bangalore. I'm in Mysore. My work is there, right? Both are actually will share each daily basis. We'll call. My wife used to tell actually even lover also they will not speak like this. Lovers also. So whatever things, right? We'll share a lot of things with us. So what will happen? Whenever I need to go somewhere, just I will say this is so and so my office work. He will do because of me. They don't know my office also. So we'll share like that. Something he have to do, he will do, or else he is doing something, I will do. So like that, our understanding is like that. Past 5 years, it's actually I need to be blessed because of him. I feel comfortable in office also. In office, I will go like in some actually Saturday or Sunday means after that what will feel Monday we supposed to go, right? I will go office only when the office will start, like that I will think. I should in Saturday, Sunday also I am waiting for office. Reason because of him. So very, very big thanks I need to tell to him. Thanks for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Wonderful. It's always a blessing to have someone who can become a far deeper companion to us. And I think that's the biggest blessing that we can have, where we can share lives and grow in the process, grow along in the journey. Wonderful. Who's coming up next? Shubhadra ma'am. Who's by the name Gunashekar MSK?
He is my guru.
Oh, wonderful.
We both worked. I just invited him. Thank you, Guna sir. He's traveling. Guna sir is traveling.
Okay, no
sir
issues,
is able to speak.
No, there's a network fluctuation here. Please continue. I'll just observe.
Sure. Thank you, Gunashekar sir. Thank you for joining in. And Dinesh, I will come back to you for what you wanted to share so that you get an opportunity. Let me go back to Furkan, if you want to share something. No, that's okay. That's okay. Shubhadra ma'am, Shaheen, Rahul Prakash, you're back. Can you speak now? Rahul? That's okay. We'll go back to my 1 second. Rahul, are you there? I believe he has some network challenges over there. Let's go back to Uma Natraj for for the invite that she has. Let's see what she has to share today.
Yeah. So many times, even in WhatsApp or Facebook, when any message comes, I take the first, what do you say? I take the first opportunity to congratulate anybody or wish them. So I don't, what do you say? I'm not impartial, and I keep them in mind, whoever it is. It may be a small thing. I just wish them, and I feel happy about that. It could be a book release or any a good thing that they have done. So just go to WhatsApp or Facebook and put a like and also wish hearty congratulations. That makes them feel happy. It's a small thing from us, but then they have posted it, and if we give respect to that, they feel good. No, these are small things which we can do. So that is one thing. And I met Vinita Goel in one of the Toastmaster sessions, and I was so happy to, I mean, she recognized me and invited me as a general evaluator to her club. And I felt so nice getting connected with her. With some people, you connect so easily. I don't know what is the reason. You connect very easily with some. So I connected with her very easily, and I thought I'll invite her for this session. Thank you, Vinita, for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Who's coming up next? Anyone would like to share their experience on how do they express their appreciation, their gratitude to people? The focus being, how do you express? Sri Krishna, you there? I remember Sri Krishna told that he was traveling, so it could be challenging for him. So, Dinesha, go ahead. Is Gunashekar okay? Go ahead, Dinesha.
Normally, whenever I used to speak, my friends, those who are not married, I'll tell like whenever you go and looking for a girl, don't look her beauty. Okay. Anyhow, the body matching will not help you in longer run. The mind has to match. That's what why I'm taking this point is I work with Gunashekar for 5 years. I say reporting to him. He was not like a supervisor. Our mind has connected. From the day one we become a family members, we started sharing each and everything. And that is the first time I landed to a corporate field. I was not clear how the corporate field works. From the ABCD level, he started guiding me. And the presently, wherever I reach, he is the one of the person who helped me in all the stages. And till today, he is like a family members. Like weekly, several times you talk for the silly things also. You take his suggestions. And that's what one way I married him. Okay, that's what I invited him to be there in the session. Okay, he's a guru, family member, everything. Thank you, Guna sir. I want to hear from you anything. Being a partner.
Thank you, Dinesha. Yeah, Gunashekara sir, go ahead. If you're able to just speak, may not be the video.
Actually, it'll be disturbance to others here. Okay, thank you, Dinesha. That was very nice of you to speak about me. It was actually my duty, and it is how I have also been brought up, and that's how things happen. So, just want to observe what is happening in this group, and then maybe in the next sessions when I'm free, I can actually come and participate in this. Thanks.
Thank you, Gunashekara sir. I'd just like to acknowledge or share with each one of you all over here who have come for the first time or been invited by someone. You have been invited because at the start of this session, before the event went public, we had requested each member who's been a part of this journey with us to invite the stars in their life. So if you are here, it means you mean something for the one who has invited you. And so, like Uma mentioned just now beautifully, this very idea of appreciation, it needs a pure soul. It needs a pure soul to find the good in people and find the joy that people are doing something good. And you are able to appreciate that. It's an eye for good that you need to start building in for yourself and the way you are looking at things. I believe that's where the superpower lies, on how you build an environment around you where we are constantly appreciating, constantly in this place where we are uplifting people rather than the normal world that you see out there, which is constantly in the criticizing mode or what is not good. This is a culture that we want to build. And from your experiences of what you have seen in the recent past, in the last 1 week following the lessons like Dinesha shared or Madhu shared, or in the recent past, whatever your experiences have been of appreciating people, look at how the change in response from that person happens. Look at how the other person feels and how that person starts to act in a certain way. That is where the entire positivity can come. I always tell this as an example. You look at a ripple, you look at how a ripple is created. The point is that drop has to fall. The question is, are you that drop or are you the seeker of that ripple? Look at how you are having a superpower to actually impact not just one person. Today, as an example, if someone, Dinesha is appreciating Gunashekara sir, or Akanksha is appreciating Tanvi or anyone, or if not, that's the reason I said it's not about gratitude over here. It's the bond and expression that you have with that relationship, and you never know the ripple of how Vinita is going to smile today with her family, and that effect going back to the child's school, that my mom was happy today and she hugged me and kissed me. Look at the power that each one of y'all have, not just limited to that one person that you're expressing. It's about that ripple that you're creating, and you never know, somewhere someone is feeling blessed because you are that drop. You could be that drop, but you never know the impact where it is ending and where it is resulting. People find hope. People find this entire joy of life with the ripple that is impacting them. Ask yourself, how often do you, despite not being appreciated by anyone in the world, can act as a drop to create that ripple? That's the opportunity that we have, and that is how we can create this entire system and culture where we are actually the creators of happiness for others. And eventually, like I mentioned in the last session, it's all about karma. I'm a strong believer that it all comes back. You'll be surprised one day to realize the blessings that you are getting are actually from the blessings that you have been for someone else's life. That's the power of this ripple that you can create. Rahul, are you back? And if you would like to share something, if you want, if there's a video challenge, you can just speak. We can hear you, Rahul.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Here I am with the, yeah, very nice. So I'll just put up, I had not prepared anything. I just came to see what is happening and how it is happening. I understand, by attending whatever minutes, golden moments, I just observed. It's all about today's session is regarding appreciation and everything. No doubt, I wish to share one. I mean, it's a forward, but it was a little older one on the WhatsApp, which I had read and I had found it very nice. And just when we was talking about this, sometimes in the daily challenges that life gives us, we miss what is really important. We may fail to say hello, please, thank you, congratulate someone or something, as he was just now pointing out, or something wonderful that has happened to them. Just a compliment, or that makes the things really good for everyone. And it's as you said, it's a chain thing. There was a Air Commodore Vishal Ahuja was there. He was a jet pilot. I'll just put up a story. He was a jet pilot, and in a combat mission in Kargil war. His fighter plane had got destroyed by a missile. However, he had ejected himself and parachuted him. He had got appreciated from many people. After a long time, probably after some time, he was sitting with his wife in a restaurant, and one person had came and he pointed him out. You are the Commodore Vishal. You flew jet fighters. You were shot down. That person had pointed him out. Obviously, Vishal had just amazed. How you know me? How how you know that? Okay, I am Vishal, but how you know that I had got shot down? The person had said, that man had just smiled and obviously replied. Vishal grasped in the surprise and gratitude and thought if parachute had not worked at that time, I would have not been here today. No doubt, Vishal had not slept that whole night thinking about that man. He wondered how many times I might have seen him and not even said good morning, how are you, or anything, because obviously he was a senior person, senior pilot, fighter pilot, and that guy was just a safety worker or just a airman. Now the point over here, who is packing our parachute? Everyone has someone who provides that what they need to make it through a day. We really need just those kinds of parachutes. We need the physical parachute. We need the mental parachute, the spiritual parachute. We call on this supports before reaching safely. As this is the no doubt here, I wanted to share this story just to bring to have a look all around, appreciate the people all around. Someone is definitely supporting you in some way. We don't know. Hello, just smile. That makes the difference. And as just now Mr. Jan had pointed out, it's a chain. Make them the sea, which actually makes the difference. I remember about that ripple one in some movies or somewhere. It was this same dialogue was there. I'll not repeat that dialogue. I don't remember exactly, but this ripple dialogue was there. So thank you very much for hearing me out and for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul, for that wonderful story. And that one line makes all the difference. Who is working on your parachute? We are blessed with so many people around us who actually are in a way which is even unknown to us, creating our parachutes. And that's where I believe we should be having that gratitude, and more importantly, express that gratitude to those people. Wonderful. Anyone else would like to share anything? Anyone there? Rashmi and Shubhadra, ma'am, if you'd like to share anything. Yes, so Madhu, go ahead. Sri Krishna is traveling, but okay. Madhu, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say one thing about when Akanksha talking about Tanvi or Preeti, even the persons, at least one or two persons, they should talk about us at least when we are not there, or they're talking to someone. That impact at least we should create at least in one or two people's life, because that gives real happiness. Because when Akanksha is talking about their friends, the same feeling we also get. Maybe in front of us, maybe the back. Someone said, how she talked about it. That makes Leah more happy. Even that means back, I'm not there, even though they're talking. That impact, to create that impact, it's awesome. So yeah, definitely, whatever right now I'm just doing, I think just we have to do little more to, it may not be like, in all these stories, nowhere any financial thing, not came, this anything, just only our, words or appreciation, or like, whenever they require something to speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes matters a lot. So I think that's a thing at least we should do, that makes at least some happiness. Okay, if you turn back and what I achieved something means, maybe that's also one stone. I think that's a valuable thing. Today I noticed it that, I should carry something.
Interesting.
Yeah, thanks to everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Madhuda, for that perspective about how what you leave behind is far more important than what you're just doing right now. Because we are in this entire journey where we are constantly day in and day out just managing to survive. And eventually at the end of it, if we don't leave behind something, not like you mentioned, not financial, but the impact that we talk of and what impact they're making, if we don't leave back something, I believe there's a question mark on what our life has been. Wonderfully shared there. Anyone would like to share anything before I do something? Dr. Rashmi, go ahead.
Yeah, means I like to share what is our everybody's today's gift. So one small story. One man, he earned like a 15 crore, and he said, "Now I will enjoy my life." And in front of him, immediately some person was standing there, and he said, "Who are you?" So he said, "I'm dead." So he said, "Without invitation, how you came here?" So I said, "I'm not giving invitation. I'm taking invitation." so then he realized we should appreciate every day's gift and live life fullest, because we don't know what is tomorrow. And better to every morning we should appreciate we are here. So that is the great gift.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmi. Now, before we close the session, I would just like to extend my gratitude to, yes, Akanksha, you can go ahead first.
Yes, you did not give me the chance.
I have been asking.
You and you missed it.
Go ahead then. Before I close it, I'll leave it to you now. But keep it short.
Will try my best.
I'll stop you. Go ahead.
Yes, so obviously now it was about you, sir, about Rahul, sir, because you just made such a huge impact on my life. I never thought I would be here sitting on a Saturday night, listening to a session, a Zoom session, that to an online one. And you made that possible. I'm pretty sure all of us, none of us here thought we would actually be sitting here on a Saturday night. We just thought we'd attend one session, and we ended up sticking on to this. And I think that really is beautiful. I met Rahul sir through Speak Up Club itself. I did not know him before. And it was on May 23rd. And since then till date, and I really hope forevermore, I will learn from him, because there is so much to learn from him. He has been a constant inspiration to me all the time, be it giving the most thoughtful of thoughts and advice, or cracking jokes and making everyone smile. That also. He's just good at everything. Creating such a platform for all of us is just such an amazing thing to do. And he did so much for Speak Up Club despite challenges with his health and family health sometimes again. But here comes the balance again, as always, maintaining the balance. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, sir, for stopping me anyway.
Thank you. Thank you, Akanksha. I think I would stop that and leave it there. I think we obviously, it's not limited to what you're sharing right now. There's been always a constant instances through this period, through this journey that we have had, where I've shown my gratitude to who you are and what you do to our lives. And I would like to pause a moment over here before I get to the close of the session. Each one of you all who have joined here today, I would like to express my gratitude to each one of you all. One big reason why a lot of my life has changed over the past 90 sessions of speaker clubs, 90 Saturday nights you have been a part of my life for beginning from 23rd May 2020. And I believe this platform is something which, apart from what my passion does to me, mind my words, my passion does to me, not what I do for the passion. This is something which I feel that each one of you all acknowledging the power it has, the impact it has, and that every time, not just for me, but every time you keep coming back on a Saturday night, I am grateful. I'm grateful for each one of you all. Right now in this very platform, if I were to talk of the diversity, we have Dr. Rashmi joining us from London. We have, like Vinita mentioned, she's joining us from Nepal. We have Rahul Prakash who's joining us from somewhere in the world. I don't know where right now. From Mysore, Uma ma'am, Akanksha from Hyderabad, Shubhadra ma'am from Vizag. This community that we have built, I feel so grateful for each one of you all to make it possible for us to be here and do this and continue doing what we have been doing. I believe by just your presence on a Saturday night has been a biggest motivation for me to work on something which I can add value to every week. Because I've been a speaker for 14 years before 23rd May 2020. And if there's one thing which has helped me start working on, sit and do and deliver work and prepare that I can add value on a Saturday, it's only because you guys are coming in through. And for that, I'm damn deeply gratitude. I have a deep feeling that because if this were not there, I'm not sure what my life would have been today. As much as it was for the 14 years of my life before this entire virtual space opened up. And because of this entire platform, I get to listen to the perspectives. Today, if I'm able to stand on a stage and deliver keynote addresses and do training programs, it's because somewhere when a question comes, when an idea comes, I remember, if Akanksha were put this question, what would she be thinking? If Uma ma'am was telling about or responding to this question, what would she be saying? Because I've heard your responses. Don't be surprised someday when I'm standing on a stage, sharing a story, talking about some idea, you'll surely find yourself on that stage. That's because of this idea, the speaker club that has been there and the perspectives that we have been sharing, that I have got an opportunity to build. Frankly, I would have paid over 20-25 lakhs for a university education to do and learn what all I've learned from each one of you. That's the power of perspectives. And this very idea, I didn't want to, initially we began with this idea of making it a public speaking like Toastmasters development in that platform. But as we progressed, we came to realize that there's a far bigger world as a human, how you can develop, not just one element of you, which is public speaking or leadership. As a human, we all can build and grow with the perspectives that I'm listening. So today, when I'm listening to Akanksha as a 15-year-old, I'm able to resonate on how to deal with my 8-year-old. When I'm looking and listening to Uma Natraj, who's over 50, I'm able to resonate of how my dad feels when he says something and how do I go about it. These are the learnings that I've had, and I feel I could not have got, any university would not have got me these learnings, but for this platform and each one of you all contributing to that. That's why I have the deepest gratitude for each one of you all for making this platform what it is by being here, just your presence being here every Saturday night. And for everyone who's not even part of it today, we have had an instant, to what I have a ballpark figure, we have had over 250 people, unique people attending Speak Up Club. And each one of us have had a different experience and different perspective shared while they were a part of this story. And it's already 10 and people still expect they will have something happening over here and they're joining. We have Vijaya joining now. We have Mohit joining us now. Thank you for joining us, even though it's late, but still that's the love that we get from people. Might be just for 5 minutes. Let me see the smiles and it'll help me pass through the next 1 week. That's how it has been for me. And I believe that's how the family has been built.
It's not like, a reply, a comment on what you said, but it's a true, every one of us, maybe some of us maybe express and some of us may not express, whoever joined or who are not joined, maybe for first time who are joining, like, the day one, first of all, when Uma ma'am invited, I feel like, that day, okay, that day itself, I felt something is, I'm participating something in a great group. But day by day, week by week, I'm just feeling, no, I think I'm very lucky to participate in this, because, as in my childhood, my aunt is to say me in Telugu, I don't know how to convert in English. చదువు ఒక్కటే ఉండే కాదు, లోక జ్ఞానం ఉండాలి అని. I mean, the Telugu they use like, not only the education, it should have,
it's not the knowledge of the books for everyone's translation for that Telugu line. It's not the knowledge of the books, but the knowledge of the world and the way the world is run. Correct. That's what is important.
So that I'm getting here. I don't need to suppose I'm going to, as you mentioned, I'm going to the university or maybe any college or PhD, anything. If I bunk the classes also, nothing will happen. But if I bunk this, maybe something, at least one part, I'll lose it. That's for damn sure. It's not, I think it's not only for my feeling. Everyone is feeling same thing, because each and every week something we are learning different. Something we are learning, and not only from the Rahul is is such a way is encouraging everyone to share their own experiences. By reading the book or by telling, it's a different, but is encouraging everyone to share their own experiences. That really touches, and that really gives something. We have heard this, it's actually happening in front of us, something, and we connect with that. Maybe before that, before hear this, whatever we learn, later the way we react or respond, it's completely different. So such a way, definitely, it's always, our gratitude always will be there, Rahul. I mean, we don't maybe we may not express such a words, but definitely that gratitude always be there. And thanks a lot to you, first of all. And Uma ma'am, thank you very much, first of all, like me, bringing to this platform. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you, Madhu, for that. Vijaya ji, function ho gaya aage? She just came back, I believe, and she's just joined in. Unmute. We are closing. Bhago. Okay. Thank you, Vijaya. Thank you still for joining in, though it's late. I think we are just about closing now. We have had this wonderful session where we discussed about.
Session.
That's
I was
okay.
in exam, my practical exams and all.
Despite that, if you have come back and you have still attempted to join, hoping that, as always, Speak Up Club sessions don't get over at 10 o'clock. Kuch to kar hi lenge, aa jao, sun lo. Thank you for joining still. So with that, Shubhadra ma'am, would you like to share something apart from the emojis? She's always mentioned that to me, that she's bad at expressing. I'm waiting if there's a change today. Okay.
No
Go ahead,
change. No change whatsoever.
I know after the age of 60, it's challenging to change, but still, I was hoping for some change. But still, you unmuted and said this. That's a revelation for me. Thank you. So with that, I think we'll come to an end for today's session. I've shared.
Rahul, you're on mute.
पूरा भाषण दे दिया, पता नहीं कहाँ पे किसने क्या सुना है. Thank you. So yes, thank you everyone for joining in. I've shared in the Zoom chat the Speak Up Club WhatsApp group. So if you want to be a part of this community and stay connected, you can join that WhatsApp group, and we keep updating what's the next session by Friday or Saturday every week. I'm going to open that group right now for any feedback from you about how you felt about the session, your experiences, your thoughts about how we could do better, or what was your experience from the session. So like I always say it, keep coming back, keep listening to perspectives, keep making me rich with perspectives, and let's see where life takes us in a different dimension altogether. So with that, I come to the close the usual way, with the normal way. Saturday nights have never been this beautiful for the last 90 Saturday nights now. It feels so good to say 90. It's been an honor to be sharing our perspectives, listening to your perspectives, and gaining new perspectives. Thank you for the love that you keep coming back every Saturday night and adding life to our lives and to every member of the Speak Up Club family. Thank you. See you all next Saturday night, 9 p.m. again. Good night, everyone.